Law-Abiding Biker Podcast.
Hola, papi. Ven y escucha otro episodio del Lab.
Mami.
Poppy.
Oh, yeah. Feel it, Lurch. Feel it, Chewy.
Oh, I feel it.
I feel it in my nether region.
Oh, welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the big the motorcycle majority.
The 99%.
That's right. I got to ask you guys, you bikeaholics, what are you waiting for? Mount up. Let's go for a ride, huh?
Put it all aside and get out there and ride.
Yeah. You should be riding. And if you're not riding, you should be thinking about riding. If you're not thinking about riding,
There's something wrong with you.
Then you
right.
ought to be listening to Law-Abiding Biker Podcast.
Dang, Skippy.
You should be doing them at the same time.
That's why we're here to help. We're here to help. And Studio Right, I do have, hang on, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend,
Boom, boom.
Lurch.
Boom.
Here we go. Stand by, Chewy. Stand by. Here we go. Just do it. Do it.
You ring.
Attaboy. And we are very fortunate again to have the one and only Chewy Studio left. Chewy, what up?
What's going on, fellas?
Good to have you back in the studio now
Thank
that you've
you.
been reintroduced
Thank
to the Law-Abiding Biker
Yes, sir.
podcast and media studio, which has taken quite a turn since you've last been in here. We talked about
Facelift.
very much a facelift. And
Looking
I will
good.
tell you, the reason that we are able to bring you guys better content, better audio quality, hopefully the equipment, the better videos is all because of your guys' support. The reason we've grown so fast in a year and a half, which hasn't quite been a year and a half, is strictly because you guys have demanded it.
And we're pretty awesome.
Well, you know what? You're a pretty big deal around
I'm a
Pretty big deal
deal.
around here.
Pretty big deal in this town.
Mhm.
in this studio.
Putting people on notice.
That's right.
Y'all are on notice.
Mm-hmm. So we really appreciate the support that you guys have shown us,
Hell yeah.
the donations. We put every penny back into this thing. Work a lot of long hours to bring this content to you guys. Love it, of course, but it is work. It does cost money, and we want to keep up in the game, and so if you want to support us, of course, all the donations we appreciate it. lawabidingbiker.com/donate if you want us to keep just pumping this content out to you with no interruptions, by the way, in a year and a half. We haven't taken a month off.
No.
We haven't taken 2 months off.
No.
We haven't taken 8 months off.
No.
No
commercials either.
Week by week.
We just frickin' bring you guys the content. And I really feel bad when we're like a day late. And I don't really get paid for this at all. Pretty much everything we made, we put back into this little venture. So
Someday maybe.
someday, we're
We're
hoping.
making a little money.
I'm not going to lie to you. We're pretty transparent here. We would certainly like to monetize this. And of course, if we were, then we could bring even more to you, like several a week, along with more videos. So
Yeah.
like I told you, the limit is strictly
Limitless.
determined by the amount of time that I have for my full-time job.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
So, if
This is just fun for now.
right. But it is, getting serious and
Just for gigs and shiggles right now.
Absolutely. And
Gets and shiggles.
if you guys do, want to support us in a different way than just a straight out donation, you can certainly go to my Patreon page and lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, and you can donate a specific amount per piece of content we put out with no risk because you can put a cap on it. So what that means is, if you put $5 a month or $1 per episode and we put out 50, you don't owe 50, you still only owe 5 because you put a cap on it. Of course, we don't put out 50 pieces of content.
I don't need to see you that often.
Well, you know what?
Not now. Maybe when I retire.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Hey, Chewy, what do you think about drinking and riding over the legal limit. What do you think about that?
No.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Well,
That
you
is like wiping before you poop. It don't make sense.
Yeah,
Right.
don't make sense.
Or wiping from back to front. Completely
Well, especially if you're a girl.
unacceptable.
Don't wipe towards the cauliflower.
Nope. You always front to back.
Don't put yourself in danger.
I've got several girls. I'm just going to tell you. I was advised of that very early on.
I had a buddy tell me that.
When
He's
I had
got
my
3
girls.
girls. He says you got to wipe away from the cauliflower.
Oh, the wife?
Yep.
The
Uh-huh.
wife will get on your crap if you don't wipe because it can cause infections,
Yes.
apparently.
Apparently. I mean,
And I
Well,
wouldn't
you-
know. I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
you're pushing it forward.
don't push it forward. Don't
doesn't
pay
Push it
forward.
back.
Right. Exactly. So, if you were the kind of guy, Chewy, that drank once in a while, but not a heavy drinker, but you still want to be a law-abiding biker, and you're like, you know what? I've had a few drinks, and I'm not sure if I should ride because I'm not exactly sure. I don't feel affected, but you know what? I'm not taking that risk. What do you do?
I would get the alcohol breathalyzer. is
Oh,
what I would
really?
do.
Really? Is that what you would do?
I would do that 110%.
Really? What's the alcohol? What is that?
What it is it's a test
Mhm.
to test your alcohol limit in your
It's
breath.
Like
Well,
a civilian
I thought
portable
only
breath
co-
test.
I thought only
basically.
cops could get that.
Civilian.
I thought only cops could get
No,
breathalyzers.
Nope.
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
So civilians can get
It's a
this.
civilian portable
God.
breath test.
That's crazy. All right, there you go, guys. And of course, the Sworn Few MC carries a alcoholic lawabidingbiker.com/alco, ALCO Hawk. And that's our affiliate. Of course, if you decide to purchase one of those, we get a small kickback because a regular DUI costs you like $5 freaking grand.
Purchase
huh?
one of those and don't spend $5,000 on a DUI.
There you go. All right, guys. Now, we talked about it a little bit in last episode. We want to throw it out there to you guys again, and that is everything about the tech mount. Great product. We did a complete review on it, of course, and they don't sponsor us, but I believe in their product. And if you choose to buy a tech mount, or if you want to know about it, head over to lawabidingbiker.com/cellphone motorcycle mount, and you can learn about it. There's a video. We actually installed one on LD's bike. Now, if you want to get that particular tech mount, if you like it, we liked it. We actually have another one coming at us from Power Sports US. That's where we got the tech mount, and we're gonna get. I forget. Do you remember what it's called
I do not.
from the last episode? Well, let me just go to my show notes here.
Looking through the show notes.
Tech
The
gripper.
Tech gripper.
So they're going to be coming
More
up-
of a universal.
right. It's
Yeah.
more of a universal. You don't have to have a case with it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it
They
does.
are going to send me one.
Good.
But what? Let's say they send me one, Lurch, and I don't like it. What's going to happen to
You're
it
gonna tell
for
them
our
it's garbage.
community?
You'll be
What-
honest. Clear and transparent. Honest.
Absolutely.
If it's good, you'll tell them it's good. If it sucks, you'll tell them it sucks.
There you go. Just because people send us stuff for free here at Lab Media, guys, just FYI, we're only going to tell you the truth and what we think of it. We will tell you the positive points and the negative points. We're not just going to, because somebody decides to give us an affiliate or sponsor us, we actually won't take a sponsor unless we believe in their product. And I have been offered sponsors, just not the right one yet. And I won't sell you guys out like that because I want you guys to have the true, correct information. I don't want to break that trust with you guys. Ain't that right, Chewy?
That is absolutely correct.
We're not going to break the circle of trust.
Nope.
The circle of trust
No.
is tight.
It's here.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm.
Square office, but there's a circle in here of trust.
At this point, it's kind of a triangle of trust.
I'm just
It
we
is
probably
a
need one more
triangle.
person.
It is a triangle of
Yeah.
trust.
okay.
Yeah.
One straight up for Lurch. Just saying. You're right. It is a triangle of trust. But anyways, guys, all jokes aside, as long as we are around, and we hope to be around a long, long time as things are going here, we will never sell you guys out. If we bring it to you, whether it's sponsor or not, and like I tell you guys, I've already turned down several sponsors of like stuff that I don't even know what it is. Seriously. It has nothing to do with motorcycle. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. If it's something we decide to tell you guys about or do a video on, it's something we believe in. And of course, we will tell you the truth. And if you want to get that tech mount from Power Sports US, we do have a affiliate link. We get a small kickback if you purchase lawabidingbiker.com/powersportsus. There you go. So check the tech mount out. And what was the other one called, bro? You don't even remember, do you?
The gripper. Tech gripper.
Oh, the tech gripper.
gripper.
There you go. Look at that.
Grip it.
The TV with notes really pulls you out of a bind there, Lurch. I'm
It
just
does.
saying.
Grip it and rip it.
Straight up. And my quick mouse work right here. Look at this.
You can whip a mouse around
I
like
can
nobody's
highlight.
business.
Oh, yeah. So, all right, guys, enough of that. We've got a really good episode coming up. As usual for you guys, we had a lot of content. Last episode, we talked a lot about our Sworn Few trip. We had some good content, of course. We believe that's good content because we told you where we were going, where we went, all that kind of good stuff. But this is kind of jam-packed. We've got new state law, and we're going to talk about the different states when it comes to motorcycles at red lights, because every bikeaholic out there at some point, or every day, like I used to go into work before I had a take-home car. Oh,
all by myself.
and it's annoying, huh? And what we're
Yes.
talking about is we're talking about getting caught at intersections, guys, and red lights and not being able to trip the light, the sensor, and you sit there for 10 freaking cycles.
You flash your high beams out and hoping it'll
Doesn't work.
pick you up.
Why doesn't that work?
Why
doesn't
doesn't
high beam works?
it?
Everybody does it. Why doesn't it work?
It does. It's not the right frequency.
Really?
Well, there are some lights that have a frequency that EMS and law enforcement, if they have the white opticon
The strobes.
strobes, will trip the light for you, but you can't. You can't do it with
Honestly,
your high
I've never
beams.
had an issue at a light like that.
Oh,
We were
It's gotten
seeing-
better,
Go
but
to
it
24th and Knob Hill.
yeah, it's gotten better.
Ooh.
Third,
bad, huh?
Third and Valley Mall. When I'd head home from his house, I've sat there for a while. Yeah. But with the new technology, it's getting better. But there's still in some towns they don't have the new technology, and you can sit at a traffic light forever. Yeah.
Now, does the traffic light? I'm asking you, does it do weight or does it do sensor? Because I thought it did weight. I'm pretty sure it's weight, bro.
Well, some can do.
In the city, I'm pretty sure it's weight.
I know they are because they cut those loops into the road.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weight?
Yeah. So it understands. We have
If you watch them put new traffic lights in, a lot of times they cut those loops in the road. There's like you pull in a gas station here, that ding ding.
Yes.
It has that type of technology. But I think the newer lights also have sensors because they've gotten better.
Go ahead. So it's weight, right?
Some are. I'm not saying all are.
Just saying.
And if they are the old school weight, the loops, traffic loops, your bike won't trip it. The newer ones, I think, I'm just throwing it out there. I think the newer ones are sensors, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right too. And we have an article here that will clean some of that up. 'Cause I'm actually not even throwing that at you. I don't know
That's just
how they all work, but I think I have an article here that will
good.
clear some of that up for our law-abiding biker community. So there are a lot of states that actually, long before Washington, which is where we're from, they finally pulled their heads out of their rears and made this particular law, and it is in effect. However, in other states, it has been in effect for some time. So we'll get into that, and then we got a couple donations throughout there. Oh, we have some really cool emails, guys. You'll want to stick around for that. We'll dive into the email bag. We have a app review, very specific to law-abiding bikers and the biker community. We really want to go over this app with you guys. If we get to it, we've got a complete review and discussion about windshield, and we'll tell you what that's about as far as the Harley wind splitter and what we think about it. We also want to talk a little bit about Dakota Shield. He recently sent us something, so I want to talk about that a little bit. And then if we're lucky, we have a very special little story for you at the end. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned. We've got a lot of good content, and let's get right into it real quick. I want to, I thought I had it in here, Lurch, but apparently I screwed up on the notes.
You're clicking stuff. What are you looking for?
Well, I was looking for something from Dakota Shields, and I could have swore that I put it in here. So we're going to ad-lib it, and I don't care. You know what? Because recently, guys, you know what? It's probably right in here, Lurch. There you go.
There it is.
So in case we don't get to it, I do want to throw a quick thank you out to Dick Peters of Dakota Shield. You guys know our loyal listeners from our early episodes. He sent us some stuff. We do, in fact, several of us. Lurch is the one that discovered it. originally,
Yeah,
before we even had a podcast.
Found them on the eBay.
On eBay, Dakota Shield. What it is, guys, is a alternative to the expensive Harley windshield, like on the street glides. It actually ultras anything.
Anything.
Dick Peters from Dakota Shield, he sent me recently a 6-inch, which I took on our California trip.
That's what I have on my bike, 6-inch.
Yeah, it's very nice. I will tell you guys, because like I said, okay, he sent me free stuff, and I like Dick. He's got a really good thing going on with Dakota Shield, but I will tell you, Dakota Shield, what, like $25?
Yeah, they're $20 to $25.
Right.
They
versus $150 for a Harley windshield.
They do scratch easier. There's no doubt about it.
That's what I wanted.
The plastic that he uses.
Absolutely.
He's obviously got a CNC machine or something, because his cuts and bevels are nice. I mean, it's not rough cut. It looks nice. But on your bike,
a Harley shield and a Dakota shield, left hand, right hand, you won't be able to tell the difference until you put it on.
And you get some swirls in it and whatever. But you know what? And I've said it before on previous podcasts. So what? I'll buy a new one every year. I don't care. $25. I can buy 6 of them before I pay for one Harley shield. So I'm okay with them still. I like them. It's a good alternative to a $150 flat piece of plastic. It's ridiculous.
I agree. And but we, like Lert said, we called it out. It is what it is. And, he does make pretty cheap windshields as far as price wise. But we're going to tell you guys, you know what? We've tested them, and it is, if you guys want to go there, it's dakota-shield.com. You can get super cheap windshields. They look the same at face value, but I will tell you that I've had a Harley one. I have had Dick's, and okay, it's $25. It does swirl. It's going to swirl, guaranteed. Whether that's wash or even if you use bug slide like we've done in the past, doesn't matter. It's going to swirl
a little bit,
but I don't care.
What's the stock size of windshield that you get with Harley?
Stock with the street glides is 4-inch.
4-inch.
And for a lot of guys, 4 is fine, but I'm 6'4", so a 6-inch is good for me.
Yep.
The one I had on our trip was a 10-inch, just for
my old lady prefers
comfort.
10.
Yeah,
she prefers 10.
Just saying.
That's why she chose me.
Go ahead. Whatever.
I use McGuire's plastic polish on mine, and it helps. It will swirl a little bit, but it's $25 versus $150.
Like I said, but I leave it on there. I still have the one he sent me for free.
Yeah,
I still have it on there after the trip. It swirls as crap. But you know what? How many people
You're not really looking through it?
That's what I'm saying.
You're not looking through the damn thing.
And I saved a ton of money.
You're saying swirled is from chips and stuff?
No.
No, when you go to polish it or clean it, if you use a rag that's not super soft, it will leave
even if you use a
micro scratches in it, and it'll look swirled.
I got you.
Like when you wax a car, it leaves swirl marks.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to swirl, guys. And I will tell you that the Harley one, it takes a lot to swirl it. It's like a harder plastic.
It's a harder plastic.
But he gets away with selling them for that. And you know what? Like Curly said, if swirls bother you, we'll buy one every year. You know what? This will last just as long as the Harley one with swirls. And I don't care. Nobody sees it. You can't even tell unless you get close.
It's
so
$25. I think the last the 4-inch one I bought.
That's a lot cheaper than $150.
The 4-inch one I bought, because when I bought my bike, I bought it used, and it came with the 10-inch shield on it. That was too tall for normal riding, so I ordered the 4-inch. It was $19.
Jeez.
And then that one was a little short for me, so I ordered the 6-inch, which was good, and I think I paid $25 at the most. It's under $30, and it's for what you get. It's a great deal.
that's what I'm saying. But and that's the bottom line is, we're going to throw you, he did send it to us free, and we actually do like Dakota Shield. And, but we want to tell you the truth. Hey, if you're the kind of guy that's so anal about your bike that you can't handle a swirl in your windshield, well, then don't get it.
That's ridiculous.
You're going to freak out because the first time you clean it, it's going to swirl. But once the swirls are there, like I say, you can't tell unless you're up close to the bike. I guess I'm just not that anal.
I couldn't care.
Couldn't care less. So there's the truth, guys. dakota-shield.com. We also want to throw out to Dick Peters. He's been a big supporter of the show since the very beginning.
Yep.
He sent us some Chopper Cheeks sunblock and chapstick, and I'm just going to tell you straight up, I can't use it, Dick. The reason is
powder.
I am powder. 30, and it was 30 SPF. I require 70 minimum, Dick, because I am white as white gets. And so I have to use like water babies, the same stuff my little girls use. And I'm not afraid to admit that because I'll burn and peel and burn and peel. There's no tan here. There's no tan.
No.
So I did give
If you get a tan, your freckles are all just growing together.
That's exactly like my arms. It's because my freckles are so close together. So I couldn't use it. I had to use my water baby spray on, but I did give it and let Lurch use it. And I recently gave it to Oscar and he's using it today.
Works fine for me.
Right. Do you usually use 30 or what?
Yeah, I usually use 30 on my face.
So as good as any other sunblock.
Just fine.
Honestly, anything extra about it. Besides, it's called chopper cheeks for motorcyclists.
No.
Okay. So there you go, guys. Straight from Lurch. It's chopper cheeks. I assume you can get it at Dakota Shield. I haven't looked.
It's in a small motorcycle-friendly package. That's about it.
There you go.
Yeah,
and chapstick. And it's got a cool logo.
Yeah, the chapstick worked good too. Had a SPF on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you guys wanted to support and you want chopper cheeks, head over, I'm sure, to Dakota-Shield. You can get that. Again, pretty routine sunblock, but with a cool logo.
Yeah.
There you go. Straight from Law Abiding Biker. There you go. Thank you, Dick, for supporting the show, and thank you for sending that stuff to us. You're a true brother since the beginning. So, all right, guys, let's talk about this new Washington state law. Do you know anything about Washington state law? Chewy.
Do I know anything about it?
Yep.
What
do you know?
I might
Can't
know.
rape people? Good job. Good job, bro. Yep. Very good.
Yeah, I might know.
Way to stay up on laws. Can't rob people?
I might know a little bit about it.
What did you know about this new law, bro? Have you ever been, you said prior to recording, we talked a little bit, because I get stuck all the time up here at lights. Apparently you don't.
I haven't had that.
That's so weird.
On a bike.
Matt?
Just depends on where you ride. There's, like I said, there's one particular light that I used to have to wait, but they've upgraded it. I don't have to wait anymore.
In Crackama, it's out of control.
Down in Union Gap, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, there was one before I had my take-home car.
Maybe, I don't know. When I first started riding, I mean, when I was 18, it was worse. I mean, but I also had a little sport bike, which weighed nothing, so I don't know if the cruiser's heavier or what, but I just think with the lights getting better and the technology getting better, it's not as big of a deal, but they do happen.
At some lights, if you pull too far forward, it doesn't see you. It shoots past you, so it's not going to see you there.
Right, if it's that kind of light. True. Even in a car.
Yes.
Right? You back up.
Yep.
Right. I don't necessarily know if that's a sensor or a weight.
Could be both.
I think you back up onto the weight, but we're going to get to that.
Okay.
And I'm not completely educated on this. I'll just tell the community right now. We're kind of going seat of our pants here and kind of learning as we go. But I have been stuck, and there was one every day I rode. Brutal. And it would go. You eventually had to run it.
Yep.
There's no choice about it, and I did. And I know motorcyclists have. There are states out there that have made these laws, but I will tell you that Washington State stepped up to the plate and finally passed this law. Let's see. So it is due to sensor. This is what it's like for some motorcyclists due to sensors at some intersections that don't recognize when lightweight vehicles arrived. And there's where I draw my reference for. It's the weight of the vehicle, not necessarily that it's seeing you. Yes, the emergency vehicle opticons trip the lights, but I think that's a separate deal.
Right, it is.
But I don't. Yeah, okay. So that's a separate deal from.
That has to do with sensors, doesn't it?
Well,
there's
visual sensors type, for lack of a better term, but not a weight of vehicle.
Right.
So
people probably don't understand what an opticon is. Opticon is a white light that's on the light bar of a patrol car or an emergency vehicle that flashes. Light. It's basically a strobe light, but it flashes
Set
at a specific frequency. And that opticon or that sensor on the traffic light picks up that sensor and turns light green.
The lights.
So like, if you're working in a city environment and you're running down a main road, it's going to pick up your opticon, turn the lights green for you. So you don't have to run red lights.
That's why
a law enforcement officer. So that's what I was referencing earlier.
Good.
Now, opticon is not a sensor that normally works for the law-abiding biker. It's for law enforcement and EMS. So, but there is another type. The other two options are either a weight sensor or a sensor up on the light that shoots down a radar, like a radar sensor, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, Good. And that's exactly why I put an Opticon on my personal motorcycle. Okay.
I just thought you liked disco.
And that's why we have in the podcast.
I thought you just liked
To
discos.
explain that to us.
I thought you just liked discos.
Right. Yeah. So what we're talking about is, when you pull up, basically to an intersection and, we're talking about the difference between visual and weight of a vehicle. And I have experienced it. Now, during the last legislative session, we're going to talk specifically real quick about Washington State right here. So during the last legislative session, a new section was added to Chapter 4661, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It allows the operator of a street legal motorcycle to make a left turn after stopping in an intersection that is controlled by a triggered traffic control signal if the device fails to operate after one cycle of the traffic signal. The way I take that, correct me if I'm wrong, is it turns red. It goes all the way around the intersection, the four-way intersection, back to you, and it's red again. At that point, you may safely run that red light. What say you?
You have to sit through one cycle. Plain and simple.
What's a cycle? That's what I just explained.
When it should have went green and it didn't go green, you sit your butt there. When it comes back around, if it doesn't go green again, you go safely.
Perfect. Now, this has been in effect for quite a few other states. But of course, here in Washington, we're just, why did that go to there? That is not what I wanted. Oh, wait, maybe it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about some of the states, and why don't you go through this, Chewy? Do you see where I'm right here? And let's throw out to the law-abiding biker community. Now, it is legal in Washington now, guys, effective as of July 2014. And briefly, let's go through the other states. We're not now. Some states, guys, it talks about you can proceed. The state. Let me just do this from Arkansas. It says the state law allows a motorcycle to proceed with caution after coming to a full and complete stop through a red light that fails to detect the bike. So each state is just a little bit different, whether it's 2 cycles, whether it's 1 cycle, whether it's 50 cycles. I'm sure there's none that are 50, but I want you guys to understand that all these states have a exception to running a red light for motorcycles. I will put this in the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/the episode number. So if this is 51 or 52 or 55, lawabidingbiker.com/55, whatever it is, and you can get these show notes. So we're just going to list the states that have some sort of law or exception in effect. Go Chewy.
So Idaho, Illinois, Minnesota, Missouri,
Slow down.
Nevada,
All right.
North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
You missed one state.
Arkansas
Washington.
and Washington.
Boom. There you
Washington, yep.
go. Mm-hmm. So there you
he
guys
said
go.
he set you up for failure, bro. He set you up for failure.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
That's
lie
all right.
to you.
It's not on the list, but he threw it in there.
It happens.
Right. So there you go, guys. That's a complete list of states that have something. If you don't have something in your state, I strongly suggest that you work towards something. Now, I will tell you, sorry, that was my throat.
Who was that?
That was
Did your neck just blow a bubble?
It did.
Oh,
Not going to lie to you. I will tell you guys, if you're in a state that doesn't have this, quite honestly, before this law was in effect, you had no choice.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you
You have
guys
to
out
sit
there.
You have to sit there forever.
Oh, no. I sat there for several cycles and then I ran it. I did. I got to get to work. I mean, what do you sit there like all day? No. So, but that's a risk. And I knew that if I did that, hopefully it was recognized that I could explain that I waited several cycles, but bottom line is you need a law like this in your state. So do what you need to do to work towards this, because there are a ton of lights out there.
I'm glad our state's making some motorcycle friendly laws.
Yeah. Okay. So
I wouldn't have believed it, but
let's talk about Washington now, because I'm going to dog on Washington, because what a bunch of crap. Here we go. Back in Minnesota, proactive. Washington, not proactive. Minnesota 2002. We're in the year 2014, and Washington finally pulls their head out of their butt and says we should have this law. So this is not something new, guys. We're finally getting around to it. But obviously the list of states, there's quite a few out there that don't have any protection for motorcyclists. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, check out.
He's pointing at the big monitor. Look at him.
Check out Illinois.
Look at the big TV.
Look what? Where,
Go. No, scroll down. Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
There's Illinois.
No. Oh, right
Just
there.
screwing with
Right
you.
there. No, right there.
Illinois, one of the most liberal states,
Oh yeah, there you go.
is in 2012.
It also permits the driver of a motorcycle or bicycle.
Oh,
Mhm.
there you go. Bicyclist, another
And
one.
that's Chicago. That's one of the most liberal states. you can
Bicycles
get.
should be on the
Chicago.
sidewalk.
There you go. This is not the law-abiding
I almost
bicycle.
I almost made a bicycle as part of my hood ornament on my
Mhm.
bike when we're going down the Oregon coast.
We have made several hood ornaments of our motorcycles going down the Oregon coast on 101. Those bikers are crazy.
Oh, they're
Those
ridiculous.
motorcyclists, I should say. Or
Bicyclists.
bicyclists, sorry. All right. So look it up, guys. It will be in the show notes for you if you want to reference that. Oh, here we go. Straight from our area, Crackama. Here's our article, guys. Which is Eastern Washington, the Yakima County type area. There's about 4 counties here, but some motorcycle riders have had the experience of pulling up to a stoplight and waiting for the light to change because sensors for cars and trucks failed to detect the motorcycle. Under a law that took effect recently in Washington, motorcycle riders will be able to go through the red light with caution if it doesn't turn green after a full cycle. One driver told this particular news organization that he has waited up to 15 minutes at a single light during Hanford rush hour.
Would you really wait 15 minutes?
No.
Well, he did. And who are you to question him?
No,
Who
I'm not
are
going
you-
to question him,
who
but
are
I
you
wouldn't
to
wait
question
15
him?
minutes.
Who are you? All right.
I'm Chewy.
I know. I'm just teasing you, dude.
Boom.
Boom.
There you go. So, well, he did, Chewy.
That's
And probably
good for him.
Probably because he's afraid of guys like you, the popo.
I'll pull him over and give him a ticket.
You
I don't care if he waited 25 minutes.
That is not true.
No, that is not true.
No, that's why we're on this podcast, because we're like reasonable. But so he waited 15 minutes after more than a decade. So here's Washington for you.
Wow.
After a decade of legislation, seriously, this is our tax money. Now, is this a tough decision?
No.
Like 2 minutes it can be made.
Jay
Yeah.
Inslee.
Hey, if the motorcycle guy
Yeah, that's what I say. Throw up.
straight up.
Anyways.
If the motorcycle guy,
I'll give him credit for this. He had nothing to do with it, probably.
No.
But
he just happened to be in office. But yeah, seriously, is this a tough decision, states? I mean,
no.
I mean, okay, the motorcycle guy waits a couple cycles and yeah, he can go through, because you know what? At the end of the day, he's got to be the one responsible to make sure it's safe, and it's his life.
The onus is on us to go through safely.
There you go. So a decade here, guys. So hopefully it doesn't take that long for your states. I haven't read a lot on the AMA, whether they're working on this, but I'm sure they are.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
They're pretty proactive when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right. There you go. That is enough about that, guys. But let's move it. Let's move into an email here. Lurch, you'll like this one.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you go with this
I
particular
will,
email?
because I do enjoy.
Because I didn't tell you
Bend,
about this.
Oregon. Oh,
But this
Rob-
is really cool by this. Yeah.
Because I see heated grips in there somewhere. All right. You're highlighted that.
Don't worry about what I highlighted. That I didn't know that.
Get rid of that block in the right corner though. You're covering
I
up.
can't.
Well, stop. Then don't highlight it, man. I'm good. All right. So Robert Nelson of Bend, Oregon. This is my second time visiting your site. Seems to get cooler each time, and I take a peek. I plan on purchasing your video on installing heated grips. I like your logic for choosing HD brand, but I'm not impressed with their selection. Are you aware of other brands that use similar technology? Not a fan of heated demon in the bar elements. What's that one? Okay, that's the one we've talked about.
Yeah.
I like the Avon all black air cushion style. HD's all black version reminds me of stock grips. 2013 Road
True.
Glide. Yeah, okay,
Robert.
fine. Yeah, they are pretty
Mhm.
common. I look forward to learning more about your MC.
Which is the Sworn Few MC.
So here's your response. I guess you emailed him back.
I email everybody back.
Should I use your voice or my own?
Use my voice.
Very cool, bro. And thanks for your kind words.
What a jerk.
On our way back from our 7-day motorcycle trip, we came back through Bend. We had a few Frosties at Deschutes Brewery. Of course, I had to stop by Goodies. That was a treat. And get my girls a bunch of candy to bring back. You brought back about a metric poop ton of candy for your girls.
Oh, they still love me. They're still in the cabinet.
I saw that. Anyways, unfortunately, nobody else really has the same technology on heated grips. I, too, did not like the heat demon in the bar elements. I think they are junk, and you have to
straight up.
put
Sorry,
a
heat demon.
separate
Sorry,
box
heat
on
demon.
your handlebars. For some reason, good quality heated aftermarket grips are hard to come by.
I will follow up by this. Yes, I think heat demon is not the way to go if you have a Harley Davidson motorcycle, because Harley makes better grips.
Yeah.
They have the sensor built in.
Mm-hmm.
Heat demon, it goes inside your bars. It doesn't matter what kind of
It
grips you
warms
have.
your bar up.
Right. But if you have thick grips, sorry. You get where I'm coming from?
I feel what you're putting down.
you
I'm
fe-
picking
you
up what
fe-
you're putting down. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
you.
You feel it?
I smell what you're cooking.
You feel it, Chewy?
I do feel it.
Do you feel it?
No.
Feel
I'm not much for heated grips, but I feel what
Reach
you're
over
saying.
here and feel this. Anyways, moving on.
Not very heated.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But to give Heat Demon, because I don't want to trash them. Okay, they make some stuff for. It's great for like your enduro and your multi-purpose type motorcycles, because they don't have
Any other option?
You don't have any other option. So you know what? And they throw themselves out there on videos, and they throw themselves out there on YouTube. But you know what? I'd never get it for my Harley, because I'd spend an extra $50, and I don't want an extra box on my handlebars.
No.
I don't want to have it in the bar and have to go through my grips and then try to get my hands. You know what? Harley, and I don't know why there is not other companies out there right now making something similar to Harley heated grips, but there is not, to my knowledge.
Because the riding season is usually during warm weather.
Right? True.
Most people, hardcore riders might need them.
Correct.
Your average rider doesn't. It's probably not a huge selling item. So
Do you have heated grips?
no.
I will tell you guys.
I wouldn't lie. There's a couple times on this trip I
Oh.
could have used them.
Me and Oscar today.
Yeah.
55 degrees going up over Beckleton. We used heated grips and heated seat. We were very comfortable. However, Ed was not on his what kind of bike is that?
He's got an FJR.
FJR. He didn't have
It was
that
cold,
kind of
huh?
stuff. Oh, it was freezing, dude. In
Well,
the
when you're used to
wind.
100-degree weather,
Yeah,
that's
there you
why
go.
it's cold.
Yep.
Put it in
Put
perspective.
in perspective.
If this was in
for
the
me,
fall-
with my apes on my bike, my hands are actually above my fairing.
So it'd be
yours,
cold.
Yours are behind the fairing.
Yes.
Okay. Mine are above it. And when I wear my normal light wave gloves at 55, my hands might get a little chilly.
Yep. Oscar's were. And he asked me, he goes, the top of my fingers were a little cold. I go, well, mine weren't, because I'm behind the fairing.
Right.
But so with heated grips, guys, and Harley, I would say stick with the Harley Davidson brand. And I said that in my video.
Yeah.
Robert has since purchased that video. In fact, several days ago, I know, because I got an email. He purchased it. The video he is referencing is lawabidingbiker.com/Harley heated grips. And I just memorized that, guys, because it's not up there, huh?
But I knew that's
Forward
what it was.
slash, right?
/
www World Wide
Harley.
Web.
Mm-hmm. Harley heated grips. So that's what he's referencing. And that video is becoming very popular, as it's gaining Google rankings. And that's not, it's a great video. We made it. And I put out the recent update to it. So if you guys want to see that, head over
for
there.
The 08 for my bike.
For the 08, yep.
Yeah.
Mhm, for the wiring for the 08. So thanks, Robert Nelson of Bend, Oregon, for sending that in. We really appreciate it. And hopefully when we are back in your neck of the woods, we will hit you up.
It only took us about 10 hours to do because we're videoing it.
Oh, my. Oh, and then another 10 hours of editing
Yeah,
because I had
bet.
so much footage.
Yeah, because
And I
we
needed
try
to make
one
it
thing and then we
sense.
try another.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I had to make it make sense to the end user,
Right.
All right, who wants to dive headfirst into the email bag? Dive down and see.
I got it.
Hang on. You're diving.
Into the back.
Well,
You're
I'm not,
swimming-
I'm not
hang on.
sure I'm going to dive.
You're
but
swimming into the bag.
Head
there's not
first
much,
into the
there's
bag.
not much
Head
water
first.
here.
Head
Head
first.
first into the bag.
There's
now
not
you're-
much water here.
Now you're
so-
coming out of the bag. You're coming out of the bag, and what
Support the bag.
Open the letter.
Support the bag.
Open it right now and
Gary
tell us,
Kramer.
read it. There you go.
He says, I bought new tires off the internet for my 2006
you're familiar with this. You're familiar with
Street
this. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess that was a big mistake because no one around here will take off and install. Want you to buy.
They wanted to buy from them.
Want you to buy from
They
them.
wanted to buy from them,
Yep.
yes.
Not sure what to do now. Watch your video on YouTube and afraid I might screw up. Been only riding 1.5 years from a 25-year-old not riding.
So he
Lost.
what he said is he took 25 years off from riding. He
From
took
a
25 years off. He's been riding a year and a half
not
now.
riding, lost.
Mhm. Yep. There you go. English. Yep.
He's never going to do another email.
Dude, it's Chewy.
So dude brought.
We love you. We love him.
So dude, bro, Gary, bought some tires off the internet. Nobody's going to put them on for him.
Gary Kramer, by the way.
These guys are dicks.
Tell me about it. And this is what I told him. I didn't really say they were dicks.
That's BS. Man.
Why doesn't he take them to Schwab's?
Well,
They would do it.
here's the different things about where we live in different parts of the country. And this is what I'm getting
It
at.
depends on where he's from. Do we know where he's from? Or he didn't tell you?
It didn't tell me,
Okay.
or I would have put it
Yeah.
on there. So my response to him, now this is my response, guys. I have purchased tires from the internet many times. Just find any bike shop, okay, not a Harley dealer, and they will do it for a small fee because they all have tire machines. All bike shops have tire machines and know how to remove, replace tires, wheels. Again, I don't know where he's from. We are very lucky that we have access, to different type bike shops and not just a Harley dealership.
Yeah.
Because, and I say that's bull crap that your Harley dealer, wherever he is, if his dealership won't put on those tires that he brings in, because
No, that's
ours
really
would.
odd.
Ours would.
Why
Yeah,
would
they'll
they do
charge
that?
you whatever the price is.
$25 a tire.
That's
whatever.
what I'm saying. Let's assume it's $25. So they charge you $50. They put the tires on. They're still making money.
Absolutely.
Not as much, but they're making money.
And
Now I said
Mhm.
Schwab's.
Right.
Do you guys know? I've never
Schwab's.
done it. I've never taken a motorcycle there.
Apparently, Les Schwab is set up to do
To do it. Okay.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are?
but,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, well.
Okay, apparently from what I've heard.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Where'd
But
you
I
hear
know
that?
they do bicycle tires.
The internet? Mhm.
But
Good source. Go ahead.
But what you're saying is there is options other than your Harley Davidson dealership.
Any bike shops.
You go to your small town bike shop, they'll hook you up. Listen, they're making money. These guys are in the business of making money. You're not doing it
Oh.
for free.
Mhm.
So if you buy your tires on the internet or you buy it from them, granted, if you buy it from them, the install fee might not be included or cheap.
True dat.
But if you get a smoking deal on them tires and you take it in there and they charge you $50, $25 a wheel,
You're making out.
they're making money and you're still ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So just shop around, find somebody that's going to do it for you.
And hopefully Gary has somewhere in his area that has bike shops.
Right.
But I've taken my wheels in. If you guys want to know how to take your wheels off, lawabidingbiker.com/front wheel or /rear wheel. Both those videos tell you how to take your wheel off. That's what I always do.
Just take the wheel down.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's all I do. And you make and then all they have to do is charge me. The last bike shop was like, I don't know, $30 for both.
Yeah, they probably charge you less because they're
Mhm.
just dealing with the tire.
Right.
No,
And I go,
no-
here's the tires. Here's the wheel off my bike. Change them. Use your little machine here. Because if I had one, I could do it. Because it's not rocket science. I just can't afford a wheel machine. Use your little machine and I'll pay a little bit for that. So, hopefully Gary Kramer has somewhere where he can take that. That's bullcrap though that his dealership is doing that. But whatever. You know what? They're all different. So, what do we want to move into? This is something we've been waiting for a while to do. And I've been putting on the back burner because we get so much content per episode, but it is something that we need to do. And I have had several emails on this and questions because I mention it in my ride planner video, which is lawabidingbiker.com/ride planner. Everything you need to know about Ride Planner, how to set up a ride, how to download it,
all
how
the
to
steps
upload it.
without skipping the steps.
Oh, there you go. And how to upload it into your GPS or your ride or your boombox system with the new Harleys. Or if you have a Harley specific GPS unit. It's an awesome app.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you go through
Nope,
Google
you
and do
can't.
the same
Nope.
thing?
Nope, you can't. Absolutely not. Now,
No.
you can't. I'm
No.
being serious. Now, Ride Planner, the nice thing about Ride Planner is, and remember, Harley made this for a specific reason, and that is to, have some sort of, excuse me, I was typing something, but some sort of system, I suppose, for lack of a better term, or some sort of app to set up a ride exactly the routes that you want to take. Okay. Google Maps, you can manipulate to a
But it
certain
gives a
extent.
specific route.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
So I can take Ride Planner and I can say, I want to go from Yakima to Eugene, Oregon, and it will give me a route. Then I can take that route and I can drag it to the exact roads
The fun
that I
roads.
want.
The fun roads.
Right, like we rode today through Bickleton. I can say, nope, I don't want to take that route. I want to take this road, and then I want to turn left here, and I want to turn right here and left here, and you can drag it exactly where you want. Additionally, you can take that route then, and you can download it onto a thumb drive or a memory stick, and from there you can upload it directly into your Harley-Davidson GPS or your boombox, like I have the integrated system, and that is there. Google Maps does not offer the capability of downloading that and uploading it. So it is quite specific to that. Again, if you guys want to get that, lawabidingbiker.com/ride planner, very thorough. That is one of my most popular videos aside from the boombox video. The Ride Planner people are loving that particular video. So within Google Maps, I don't know how much you can do about dragging and stuff, but this pretty much exactly how you want it is how you can drag it.
I've been looking at our trip to Sturgis on
Mhm.
Google, and you can drag
Yes,
to specific roads,
right.
but
Can you download it?
There you go. Can you save it? Can you download it?
that I
Can
don't
you
know.
email it to your friends?
No, that I don't know.
Yeah.
And the cool
That's
thing
the
about Ride
difference,
Planner is
yeah.
it's a whole community. And so like our ride plans, like this year's trip,
You
we
can make them
share
public
with
if you want.
everybody. I did.
Good.
And we share it with everybody, and then they share us a ride. So like, let's say you make a ride and you share it on the community, then I can take your ride and go, you know what, Chewy, that's a really cool ride. However, I don't want to take that road, or I only want to make it 3 days. And I drag your first day out. And so it's really a
You can
community.
put your pit stops in there, your
Mhm.
roads.
Waypoints, we
Yep.
call them.
Whatever you want to call it. Pit stops, waypoints, whatever.
Dude.
Cool.
Beer stops.
Google Maps is great, though. I have no problem with it, but definitely doesn't have all the capabilities.
This is a little more motorcycle centric.
exactly.
Well, it's a lot more motorcycle
It
centric.
is.
Got it.
And the great thing about it is, additionally, you can add hotels directly in there. So they're set up with Best Westerns. So
Oh, wow.
like right within there, you can go, here's the city I'm going to, look for Best Westerns. And then you can pick that Best Western. And within that, you can book your dates. You can book your check-in, all that stuff. Right. You never have to leave.
Wow.
And so it's pretty cool. It is.
You can discount through Best Western with the
You do.
Harley Owners Group. So.
Right. If you're a hog member,
Yeah.
which everybody is when they buy a new Harley for a year. And then after that, if you keep it up. So it is pretty cool. It has, and the great thing about it is you don't have to be a Harley Davidson owner to use it. It don't matter if you ride a 20-year-old Yamaha.
Yamaha Viagro.
Yamaha Viagro. You straight up can use it. They don't care if you are, anybody can get an account with Harley. You don't have to have a Harley motorcycle to have it. Just go in, set up a Harley Davidson username and password, and then you can use Ride Planner 2 for free. And of course, get the video. You'll be able to use it
Cool.
to its fullest potential. So there you go. So let's talk about Ride Planner. Did you get this on your phone, Chewy?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Ride Planner has a app free.
They got an app for that.
They do. They got an app for that. Now, I will tell you that as far as the app goes, completely separate from downloading and uploading to like my 2014 Street Glide
Right.
Special and uploading into the system or uploading it into your GPS map Lurch has got the app up right now as we speak. So they do make a free app. It's somewhat useful, but again, it won't give you all the capability of Ride Planner as far as putting in your GPS and stuff. But if you want to get the free app and you don't have a GPS and you don't have the money, because I understand that it's rather expensive with all this GPS technology, I will tell you that the Ride Planner app has some useful applications. If you want to, I guess I'll start out, Lurch, and then you can give me your 2 cents. As far as getting your list, so like Google Maps has a, you can look at it visually, Chewy, so you can see your route, but then you can also go into list view where it tells you turn-by-turn instructions.
Yeah.
So this particular app, so if you set up an account with Harley, and you set up Ride Planner and you do a route, when you sign into the app under your username and password, your saved rides will pull up there.
Yep.
And you can look at the turn-by-turn instructions. So if you're going from one town to the other, if you can memorize, your turns, so you got to turn left here, turn right, how many miles, very useful. Or if you have a handlebar mount, such as lawabidingbiker.com/powersportsus, you can get the tech gripper.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had that visually, you could do a turn-by-turn list view. Questions? Because I want to make sure I'm explaining this right. Because you don't know about it, so I want to.
It's not as in the app. It's not as
saying.
interactive. It's not going to talk to you and tell you when to turn.
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
So at this point, if you have it on your handlebars, it has written
Right.
turn-by-turn instructions from the ride that you set up at home, wherever you dragged your routes. Okay? So it's useful for that. Lurch, why don't you go from there of your overview or any negatives or positives? And I've got some extras too.
You talking about the phone app versus the actual?
I'm just talking about the app, the free app for the phone, not GPS, not built-in GPS. How does the app work for you as far as you don't have GPS on your bike?
No,
so that's
I don't.
Why I'm asking.
That's why I follow everybody else.
Good. Now, if you couldn't follow us, could this be useful? And how could it be useful?
If I got lost, I could pull over, I could pull it up, and it would help me get back on track.
How?
By following the directions of.
Is it going to tell you where to turn?
Yes and no. It won't tell me where I'm at, but it'll tell me where I need to turn, what roads I need to turn on. So
verbally?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it doesn't tell you verbally?
The one I have doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
You're right.
Yeah, thank you.
You're looking at me like you're.
Well, don't pull this BS on me, man. I mean, I'm telling you.
I'm trying to tell the audience, dude. It doesn't.
The app doesn't. The mobile
But
app.
see, but doesn't the Google app?
It does.
It tells you where to turn.
It does.
Voice wise.
Correct. It
So
does.
why wouldn't you use somebody that tells you, okay, you need to go back here and turn?
You could use Google Maps for that. Absolutely.
But you wouldn't have your whole trip in there and your
Correct.
waypoints and your.
And you want. So
yeah, I got you.
I have no problem with Google Maps. You could use it for that. I'm talking about our integrated GPS and uploading GPS. And that's why we're reviewing the app, because it is useful. Like, you don't have it.
It's not as useful.
I would say use this app or Google Maps, because before this bike, I didn't have this GPS type.
We use Google Maps.
Right. We use Google Maps. So it is a very viable alternative if you don't have the money. And this is where Google Maps probably overshadows Ride Planner, the app. If you don't have a GPS on your Harley Davidson,
right,
it's likely that you would want to use Google Maps. And that's why we're kind of dogging to a certain extent the Ride Planner app, because they want you to buy the GPS.
Yeah.
They don't want you to.
The GPS system is much better than their mobile app.
and that's
There's
why
no doubt
certain
about
people lead our group.
Oh yeah, the guy. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Straight up. Probably using Google Maps. Yep. No, Google's good. So what we'll get back to is the Ride Planner app lacks, because it does not give you verbal like Google Maps or my integrated GPS. It doesn't tell you
Calculating.
right. Calculating.
Yeah,
in 100 yards.
Trip.
Yeah. In 100
That's good,
yards,
though.
turn right.
Yeah.
So it does not do that, guys.
And you had our whole trip the whole week into his system.
Every
That's
day,
Mm-hmm.
every day in my boombox integrated GPS infotainment system. Every day I'd wake up, I'd turn my bike ignition on, and it would be ready for the next
That's
day.
actually why you would correct us when we were wrong.
Yes.
You'd see Ryan pointing
I was.
at some direction, and we'd end up going that direction.
Plus, I actually update mine. I asked LD when he last updated. He goes, never. You can't do that.
Yeah, you have to update
You
it.
have to update the maps and the software because things change in the
Yep.
United States or worldwide
Yep.
for that reason. So that was something it's lacking. Anything else that it's lacking off the top of your head? Okay, good.
I was thinking, geez, he wouldn't give me 2 seconds.
And I'm just messing with you.
man.
It's not the app's not interactive like you would want it to be.
What do you mean?
We've
by
already
interactive?
covered it. It doesn't tell you
Talking.
turn by turn.
Yes.
It doesn't have all the
Right.
information into it. So if it's good to keep track of and use as a reference on where you're going and where you need to be. But Google Maps might be a little more.
I wonder if that's sometimes why we got off course.
No, that was because of
We
old-
weren't using the app
No,
technically because it
I
was in
got
my
you.
GPS. We never really used
No.
the app
No.
except each night when we were sitting having dinner, we would look at the app. Most of us to kind of see where we were and where we're going.
Yeah.
Within the app, it is just like Google Maps. It shows you the loop. It shows you your road. You can
Yeah.
zoom in. You can see. It's very, very much like Google Maps. Where LD and I found it lacking is each day, how many miles you have to go. It is muffed. Totally muffed as far as, I guess from destination to the next point. I mean, we would look at our GPSs and it would be 200 miles and it would say 400. I don't know what they have going on there.
Yeah, I remember those.
You remember that?
We had
talking
one.
about
Yeah,
that.
one argument. We go, no, it's just right up the road here. What's going on?
They got some coding issues
Yeah.
there. Seriously. So don't rely on it from one destination to the next and how many miles. For turn by turn, great. The other great thing about it is you can zoom in. You can, whatever you did at home on your computer, it does bring that right up.
Yep.
It does show you the route. You can zoom in. You can see the exact route that you already set up. You can't change anything, but at least you can see it. And as a backup and nightly at dinner, you can look, okay, we're here. Here's where we're going tomorrow. But that's one thing, Harley, if anybody that works for Harley Davidson is listening, that's one thing it lacks is mileage to your next destination point. It's all screwed up. And we actually had to go back in our iPhones and go to Google Maps and go Eureka to San Francisco or whatever it was and
I
do
can't
it that
remember
way.
where it was, but yeah,
You-
it told us going to take 8 hours.
Yeah.
we got a Google
we had
Maps.
pulled off the
No.
road there, right?
Yeah,
And we were talking about it, and we were like, "No, it's
But
100
in our-
miles. No,
Yeah.
it's 300 miles. What?"
yeah,
yeah, it was a difference of a couple hundred miles.
right. But in our GPS, it was right.
It was right. It took us turn
and
by
within
turn. We
Ride
got
Planner,
there.
it was right. It's
It
just
was
that
right.
dang app.
Mhm.
It's just the app. So don't rely on it for that.
The
Yeah.
mobile app.
The mobile app, very good. The mobile app, very
Yeah,
good.
Make sure you specify that.
Mhm.
Not on your 2014.
No, or
Uh,
on your computer.
or on your
Everything works
computer.
great. It's just
the
their mobile app.
The mobile app's got some issues, but you're right. It helps you know, okay, where am I going tomorrow? Where's
Right.
the next stop?
Visual.
What visual? I would pull it up and look at it. Other than that, it was in my vest, and I'm just following you guys because you had the actual
Right.
map downloaded into your 2014 Street Glide Special in amber whiskey.
That is right.
Amber whiskey.
And I will tell you guys that on that app, the only last thing I'll say about it, if you care, they are trying to make it somewhat social, just like on the regular computer app on their site. You can share your rides. With the mobile app, you can share your location, and you can also, if you check in at a particular restaurant for that area, it's kind of like Facebook a little bit. You can check in at that restaurant and you can rate it and tell people, hey, I checked in. You can't rate it. You can say, I checked in here. So,
I find the app on the computer fairly easy to use.
oh, awesome.
I find the mobile app to be cumbersome and not that easy to use, honestly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And now there is a learning curve to completely learn how to use the Ride Planner computer type environment on Harley Davidson. And like I said, that video has been very popular.
If I needed to figure out how to use it, I'd probably go to lawabidingbiker.com/ride planner.
Definitely.
I mean,
Duh.
Bam.
Just saying.
You guys are getting so good. I love it. But no, seriously, guys, that I have had so much feedback on that video. And if you want to learn how to use that, it is a very, not the mobile app, but the actual ride planner is a very, very useful tool. So where are we at here? Oh, we're at about an hour. You know what?
Completely confused.
I was going to talk about, we're going to skip this.
Yeah.
I've skipped this for like a year now.
Yeah, just delete it. Don't ever talk about it
Nope,
again.
we're going to talk about it. Nope, we are. But we're not going to talk about it right now. Here's a little something to go out on, guys. And this is a little,
He's not the only one that's going to be on there, by the way.
well, let's talk about
We've
it.
got a
So-
lot of actors going on.
Yeah.
Really? So you guys know about
Right
it?
into the stone.
I knew Marilyn Manson was going to be on there.
Well, we haven't
Courtney
talked about
Love.
that yet. We haven't talked about it.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Break it in. Break it in. Break it in.
Bring it in. So apparently you guys have some good information, which is awesome. Now, as you all know, here at Law Abiding Biker Podcast, during the Sons of Anarchy season, which we did last year, and we will do it again for you guys this year, we, in between every regular episode, we throw out, and it takes a lot of dedication from these guys because they made it over every time. And we basically, after every episode of Sons of Anarchy, per 2 episodes of the actual Sons of Anarchy TV program, we do 1 episode here at the Law Abiding Biker Podcast to basically recap those 2 episodes and give our insights and any new information and kind of our, I guess, our outlook and where it's going.
September 9th.
Ooh, and we have a lot of fun doing it. Those are some fun episodes.
Yeah.
Our downloads like double.
Really?
Because a lot of people,
That's funny.
they don't listen to the regular, not regular bikers, which is fine. A lot of people who just watch Sons of Anarchy they never ridden a motorcycle.
Dude, I totally would have guessed the opposite.
I know.
I thought those episodes would have been
No, they
Really?
double. Because
Oh.
our regular listeners listen to them, plus all the non-bikers that like Sons of Anarchy. They like that.
No kidding?
Oh, I
Wow.
crap you not,
Oh, I
dude.
believe you.
I was like, wow, during those download times. So
It's gotten
unfortunately,
so out of control, that show. But it's still
But what's
entertaining.
funny is
I'm in now. I mean, it's last
Yeah,
season.
you're
I'm
in
going to
deep.
watch it.
You-
but
you
it's
watch
just got
it.
so out of control.
You watch it, but then you listen to the podcast and you get more feedback from the guys that are talking about the episodes too.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what he said.
Absolutely. And I will tell you that if you guys, before the Sons of Anarchy season starts, I strongly encourage you to go back to lawabidingbiker.com/SOA01
Yep.
through /SOA20203 all the way through 07.
Yeah.
If I remember right off the top of my head. You can go to our site too and just go to the search and you can type Sons of Anarchy. Catch up.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good information, and it will really, without having to watch every episode of Sons of Anarchy again, it will get you right back to where the season left off and get you all the information that you need. And I'll probably listen to them myself to get me back to remember exactly what happened. And we basically, it's like the Cliff Notes of Sons of Anarchy. So you don't have to watch the whole season.
Like Sons of Anarchy for Dummies.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, I was reading an article too. He doesn't know the writer,
Who?
Yeah, Kurt
Who?
Sutter.
He?
Kurt Sutter.
Mm-hmm.
He actually doesn't know how he's going to end it yet.
That sounds about right. He's nutty enough to go.
He is
with that.
nutty as is a pig's pussy pork. I'm just gonna.
What?
I'm just saying.
Does a lurch poop in the woods?
He does. Yes, he does.
Combat done.
Big
man.
poops.
I'm
Big
just
poops.
saying.
I could
So-
have done that through a screen door. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want to, Chewy? Do you want to handle this little deal? I found this little article about Marilyn Manson, which this is getting crazy
That's what I'm saying.
this season.
Hasn't even started and it's out of control.
I know. So apparently, go ahead, Chewy, because you're the Sons of Anarchy. Like you got it going on, dude. So tell us about this.
Well,
Apparently, Marilyn Manson, right?
from what I've heard, Marilyn Manson's going to be one of the guys in this in this season.
Cast member.
Cast member.
Do you think he's going to ride a bike? Because I don't think he looks cool riding a bike.
Well, he's
just saying. Look at him. Look at him.
too dorky looking.
Look
and
at what a dork.
Is that him?
Yeah, it's him on the
Without
left.
makeup.
Right
Right.
here, dude.
That's what he
he's
normally
just
looks
the
like.
dorkiest looking guy
Well,
in the world.
It looks like they're going to have him on a bike,
No.
No way, dude.
but he does look like a
No
dork.
way.
I will say that.
There's him. Mm-hmm.
That is him without makeup.
Right here, dude.
Mhm.
Right here. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, see those other two? See, they got. Yeah, there you go.
That
Oh, yeah.
is him.
Yeah, it's him.
tell him,
Wow,
yeah,
that
dude.
is weird.
He looks like
He looks totally different.
He's
halfway-
playing a white supremacist.
Is he?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Dude, look at the tattoos, man.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I
Right
read
here?
an article where it says he
Yeah,
is.
I did too.
Right here?
Yeah.
SS, right?
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
So he's going to play white supremacist dude. And so Marilyn Manson's going to be there. It's going to be an exciting season. And this is season, remind me, is it season 7?
9, I thought.
No.
Oh, wait, sorry.
It's either 8 or 9.
All right.
I think it's 7, 8.
And my prediction,
8? Is it 8?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember last year.
I think
I think it's 8.
All right. Whatever.
7th.
All we know at this point is it is the last season. That is confirmed.
Yeah, it's 8. It's 8.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
My prediction,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Charming explodes.
Well,
I
that
think
may be-
Jax, I think he goes down.
I do too.
What do you mean?
I think he's gone. I think he dies.
Man, they've been showing him trying to bring this club around.
Yeah,
since
it's
the
not gonna
beginning,
happen.
And he's fell
No.
into the
And the
trap.
club's going to fall. The club's going to fall.
It'll be interesting. to
Just
see how it
because of
goes.
everything that, his wife's gone now. And yeah, I just think it's going to fall apart.
This says I don't get it, dude. This says the December season 6 finale. Does that seem right?
No.
This article ain't right, dude.
No.
Anyways, okay, we'll get off that. But who other actors have you
Courtney
heard?
Love's going to be on there.
Yes,
Oh,
Courtney Love.
Kurt
Yes.
Cobain's old lady.
And I heard
Mhm.
somebody else. I can't remember. Somebody
Those are the
else.
only two I've heard.
Somebody
Marilyn
else.
Manson and Courtney Love.
Yep, she is, and I bet she's gonna. Here's my prediction.
She'll hook up with Jax.
Oh, I totally
Gross.
believe it. No, I do. I mean, what
Courtney
would they
Love?
bring? What other reason would they bring?
It's like
Courtney
a worn out catcher's mitt.
Well, I
man. Are
agree.
you
Well,
serious?
not on the show. She's not.
Right.
You can't shine a turd that well. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude,
Turd to turd.
that ain't right.
That's
Oh,
awesome,
she's so-
dude.
Broke.
Oh, she is.
Oh yeah.
Her greatest thing she ever did was marry Kurt Cobain.
She's been so hit hard and put away wet.
Ugh.
Oh, that ain't right.
She has.
Sounds about right. Now, anybody else you guys? No, I truly,
There's somebody else.
I
that
truly believe
read
Courtney
about.
Love is going to somehow get hooked up with Jax. I do.
No.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna get it.
So episode 7, I'm just looking here on the online here, but season 7 picks up 10 days after
Okay,
Tara's brutal murder. So it is going to be season 8.
So season
It's gonna be
7.
season, no. Oh yeah, season 7 picks
Oh,
up
that's
10.
It's 7. So I was
All right.
wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, 7.
So season 7 it will be, guys, and it is the finale. There's no, amongst the blogs and Kurt Sutter and all that, it's Dundee. Dundee. There will be no more Sons of Anarchy. And of course, everybody, as we've stated in the past, it is completely entertainment purposes for Sons of Anarchy. We don't support that.
No,
We don't.
it's a
It-
good show.
It's a joke.
Entertainment.
And it's entertainment. We could care less about that particular lifestyle, but it's purely entertainment. They've done a good job with it.
Hey,
We take it
here's
as
the
such.
They
Think about-
turned Peg Bunny into a badass.
Tell me about it.
Here's the thing about Kurt Sutter.
Mhm,
He
mhm.
says he's had this whole thing written up for a while
He writes it kind of
But
as he goes, doesn't he?
as he goes. Well, I thought he had it all written up because last season when you interviewed him after the season finale,
Mhm, mhm.
he says, "I know what's going to happen. We're not extending it. It's done."
I think
I've
that's
got
in
it
his
done.
head, though.
He says it's going to end. I just don't know how.
Right. He didn't
Okay.
know how.
Okay.
Because if you watch he's got some freaky YouTube channel
Oh,
videos.
yeah, he's nuts.
And he sits there. You
That dude's
swear to God,
whacking
he's on
dude.
methamphetamines. And he sits there and talks to the camera.
He was.
And he talks about he actually showed one of the if I remember one of the blogs I read, he did a sketch of the last episode of the last season, and literally it was like a whiteboard, and it had, you know how they do before they do episodes of storyboard. Thank you. He did a storyboard, dude, and it was like weird, dude, about how he thinks, and people were like trying to figure out, but he writes it as he goes.
He's very interesting.
He has an idea where it's going to end.
He's
but
very good.
He is.
He's an artist. Most artists are nuts.
Right.
Yeah,
I
he-
mean,
well,
that's
he-
why they make something unique.
I
and
really
different.
liked.
Yes, and
I
on
liked
drugs.
the Shield.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
Shield's
wasn't a true
No, it was
depiction of what police do, but it was good
interesting
entertainment.
nonetheless.
Good. And he was a writer.
He was
of
a
that
writer
show.
on the Shield,
Yeah.
yes, and that's why a lot of the people
And
on
then
the
this
Shield
show
are on there.
is outstanding. This
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy.
So, besides Courtney and
There's someone else.
is there?
There's
Have you seen all the little trailers
Well,
on
yeah,
Facebook lately?
no.
I've been forwarding them. I'm
No.
sharing them.
no, I saw
I
the
haven't
one where
watched
he's
them.
driving in the skeleton on his
A
face.
skeleton, and then it goes back to his face, and then a skull. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, dude. Pretty
I-
dang cool.
You know, I just think that honestly, I almost think the best way they could end it is him dying.
True. Boy, I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because what happiness could you get out of this now? Nothing.
Well, you could if Jax did the right thing and threw his cut down and
'Cause
walked
BS,
away from the
I'm
life.
out of here.
But
Because he
won't.
realizes I'm going to be a loser the rest of my life.
His dad didn't do that.
I'm going to be a knucklehead.
Wanted to, but he got his brakes cut.
Got
Right.
killed by his wife.
He didn't have that. Well,
Thank you.
And his
Boom.
buddy,
Boom.
His wife
VP,
and the guy that was
screwing his wife.
screwing his wife.
So maybe Jax has got the chance to get out of this life.
Could be.
Now
But now his
we'll see.
wife's dead, and his best friend's. Yeah, it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
He's in too deep.
His best
Mhm.
friend and his wife are murdered, dead. Yeah,
True.
it's going to be trouble.
True. You know what?
I can't believe we're talking about this.
It's fun. It's
Hey,
fun.
this is what we do for like the
Entertainment,
whole
baby.
season. You've been in the studio talking
I
hours
have.
about this.
I really
Yeah.
enjoy the show. I do. It's
Well, it's
fake. It's
good.
not real. I mean,
Hey.
it's not something, but it's
like
good
crack,
entertainment.
man. You can't put it down.
It's
Absolutely.
good entertainment.
Absolutely. So you guys look forward to that, of course, during the season, which starts September 9th.
September 9th.
Your
That's
friends
a Tuesday.
here at Law Abiding Biker Media, Podcast and Media, will be doing special
We're going to
bonus
take it in.
episodes.
We're going to chew it up.
Oh.
We're going to regurgitate
You know,
it.
we
Hopefully you like
you
it.
know what we should do? Have a party for the very last episode.
Oh, we
All
will.
of us together.
Watch it live and just
club.
talk about it.
Oh, check it out! Call us right now.
Hey, can you put it on the TV? Does that you got cable hooked up? You might have to drag a long cable in here or something.
No,
Hook it
I-
up to your Law Abiding Biker TV
No, I
podcast.
have cable right here. I just turned the controller on. It's got a cable box in the back. Yeah. Now
We could do it live.
I'm thinking of something way bigger. You got, and I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
announce it yet because I don't want to pump the community up until.
Yeah, don't
I'm-
get them out of control.
No, I'm not. I'm working on something
We don't
way
want
bigger
the
than that.
Law Abiding Bikeaholics to go out of control.
No, they're crazy. The freaking bikeaholics out here listening are crazy. Telling you. So, anyways, we will be doing those bonus episodes, guys. Yeah.
I can't wait to see Marilyn Manson on a motorcycle.
Well, I don't think you're going to see that. I think he's just a white supremacist. So, yeah. Anything last, guys, before we head out here? Yeah.
Good episode.
Yeah. No, don't want that music. How about this? Oh, yeah. I like that better. Yep. That's our outro music. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning back in here at Law Abiding Biker Podcast. Really appreciate the support you guys are showing us. Remember the listener line, 509-731-3548, or if you want to leave a voicemail right from your computer, /voicemail. Don't forget to get that darned app. Lawabidingbiker.com/app, and you get everything early there. You get bonus content, you get the blogs, you can call right from there. Super awesome app. Had a lot of good feedback on it. Of course, our Patreon page, lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. You can donate a certain amount per piece of content we put out. You can set a cap on it. No risk, as Lurch says. No risk, right, Lurch?
No risk.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yep. And, that email club. Yeah, you got to get signed up for that.
That's cats me out.
Oh, it is. Straight up, dude.
Cats me out.
Straight up. Yep. Everybody on the email club, get everything
That's
first.
finer than frog's hair.
Coupon codes. Coupon codes.
Oh, yeah. Get a little
Oh, yeah.
discount.
Yep. And plus you get all the free stuff first before everybody else. All right. And
Which
of
I
course-
find so irritating because I haven't signed up for that. So I see all this stuff. Oh, get it now, get it early, and I still got to wait a couple days.
what?
Which is funny, the podcast. Because you got the app, get it now, get it early, get it on the app. You know, if you belong to the app and all that stuff.
No, I always set it out 4 days early.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta wait because I don't have the app.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's right. I gotcha.
I'm on it half the time, but I still like to listen to it because it's infotaining.
Hell yes. We hope it was informational, We hope it was entertaining. We hope it was infotaining. All right, guys. Rate us, iTunes, Stitcher, lawabidingbiker.com/iTunes/Stitcher Radio. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Get out there and freaking ride, huh? What are you doing? Chewy. Thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it.
We're out like a trout.
Mm-hmm.